Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Saturday night. It is June the 17th, 2017. I'm going to look at the stakes races on today's program from Churchill, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So let's get on to it. Going to look at all the stakes races and all stakes pick 5, and I'm going to give you a ticket right now. The races I'll be looking at are races 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So let's get on to it. Starting off race number 5 from Churchill. It's the 20th running of the Matt Wynn Stakes, grade 3, purse $100,000. It's for 3-year-olds. Field of 6 3-year-olds going the distance out of grounds of 1 mile and 1/16 or 1,700 meters on the main track. And I show the diagram, gives me a second to look down at my notes, so just bear with me. My top pick in this one, and a single to start off the pick 5, is going to go to the 2-horse, number 2, McCracken. I'm going to go 2-5-1-3 in the superfecta, 2-5-1-3 superfecta, but my top pick, number 2, McCracken, 4-5, Brian Hernandez Jr. for Ian Wilkes. It's the real colt out of Go Zapper, who's out of Austin again, so has some classic pedigree in his dad's side. Most recently, on May the 6th at Churchill, mile and a quarter in the Derby. Source finished 8th by 13 3/4 lengths, or 13 1/4 lengths. Broke horribly that day. Got bumped around. It wasn't his day to win. That was his only loss basically here at Churchill. Other than that, he's been pretty perfect locally. But start before Keeneland, mile on the 8th in the Bluegrass. He suffered his first career defeat, finished 3rd by 3 3/4 lengths that day, and broke out. He flattened out in the straight. It wasn't his day to win off the layoff. But before that, this horse won the Sam F. Davis very nicely, won the Kentucky Jockey Club very nicely, and won the Street Sense here very nicely. I think he'll bounce back a lot here today facing lesser quality horses. Good post draw. If he breaks on top, watch out for this one here today. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Churchill, it's the 20th Matt Wynn. Gonna go with the 2-horse McCracken. Gonna go 2-5-1-3 in the superfecta. I'm gonna single the 2-horse McCracken in my pick 5 ticket. To race number 6 now from Churchill. The 6th race is the 28th running of the Wise Dan Stakes, grade 2, purse $200,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 3-year-olds going the distance off ground of 1,700 meters or 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf course here. 1 mile and 1/16, 1,700 meters. My top pick in this one, I like the number 5 horse, number 5, Kasakai. I'm going to go 5-1-3-4 in her superfecta, 5-1-3-4 superfecta. I'll use all 4 of those horses that I'm using my superfecta in my pick 5 ticket. I think this is the race where you want to go a little bit deeper in, but I'm going to, since my pick 5 ticket's actually going to be a very cheap $8, $10 ticket, I'm going to actually play 2 tickets, one of with a lot of singles in it, and this is my 5 horse is a maybe single. It's going to be a definite single in my other cheap ticket, but I'm kind of on the fence. Maybe another horse comes back here, but runs a little bit better than the 5 horse Kasakai, but like I said, since it's a cheap ticket, I'm going to make 2 chip tickets, one $10 ticket and one maybe $1.50 ticket, let's say. But this 5 horse will be a single on the cheap $1.50 ticket. Number 5, Kasakai, 6-1, James Graham. Most recently at Churchill, May the 6th, mile 8th in the Turf Classic. Horse finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths at the end. He closed up well at the end. Disappointing beat, but I think he would have got the win if it was mile and a quarter. It wasn't. It was mile and 8th, but he ran his heart out. Excuse me. Start before April the 1st. The Fairgrounds and the Muniz Memorial Handicap. Horse finished second by a neck as the favorite. Was very wide at the turns, closed up well, but just missed. Disappointing beat, but he ran his heart out. And then start for Tampa Bay Downs, a mile 16th in the Tampa Bay Handicap. Horse finished second by half length behind Inspector Lindley. This horse really closed up well at the end, just missed. Before that, ran on the dirt in Fayette at Keeneland. Didn't do anything there. Finished 5th in the Shadwell Turf Mile, and then just nearly won almost won the Arlington Million last year. Finished second behind Mondelez, who's actually running today in the UK at York in a big Ganton Stakes, I believe. Basically listed stakes, actually. But this horse almost got the head in front of, or the neck in front of Mondelez. Missed, disappointing beat, but he ran his heart out. I think he'll run a big one here today. Finished second in this race last year after setting the pace early on. After setting the pace in this race last year, they switched the tactics around on this horse. They let this horse close up, and closing up he's done very well. Watch out for this horse to close up here today. So to recap my bets for the 6th from Churchill, it's the 28th Wise Dan Stakes. I'm going to go with the 5-horse Kasakai. Hopefully I said that right. Going to go 5-1-3-4 in the superfecta. I'll go 5-1-3-4 in my pick 5 ticket on the that's going to be the expensive ticket, and on my cheap ticket I'm going to single the 5-horse. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Churchill. The 7th race is the 42nd running of the Fleur de Lis Handicap. It's grade 2 stakes here, going for a purse of $200,000. It's for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 or 1,800 meters on the dirt here at Churchill. Mile and 1/8. My top pick in this one, I like the number 3 horse Carumba. Gonna go 3-1-8-4 in the superfecta, 3-1-8-4 super. But my top pick, number 3 Carumba, she'll be on my pick 5 ticket, along with the 1 horse Forever Unbridled. So I'll go 2 deep here. I'll go 3-1 in the pick 5. Probably on both tickets. I'm playing the cheap and expensive, even though $10 is not that expensive. The number 3 horse top pick Carumba, 6-1, 5th stable owned, Shug McGee trained. John Velasquez getting the mounts for this 5-year-old mare at Bernardini. Most recently, May 19th at Pimlico, on the 8th in a dew point distaff. Horse finished second by 7.5 lengths behind Terra Promessa. This horse is wide at the turn and couldn't catch the winner, who just ran lights out. Second best, I have to say. I think coming here today, this horse should have a better run. Start before Belmont on the slop, 6.5 furlongs 2 weeks earlier in the Bargain C Handicap. Horse finished 4th by 6.25 lengths. I don't think this horse is a sprinter in my eye. She didn't do anything. It just wasn't her day to win. Before then, the distaff handicap against some tougher, not tougher horses, but tougher sprinters. This horse finished 5th. This horse is not a sprinter. Before that, this horse finished second in the Shuvi after setting the pace early on behind Carolina. Before that, finished third in the Yadkin Phipps, second in the Ruffian, and won the top flight very nicely last year. I think that top flight handicap was one of her best races lifetime. If she runs that race again here today, I think she wins this one. I'm trying to beat the heavy favorite, and I think this is the ideal horse to maybe beat the heavy favorite. Her last one, she faced a very tough horse, and was second best. I think she'll run a big one here today, so she'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Churchill, it's the 42nd Fleur de Lis Handicap. Gonna go with the 3 horse Carumba. Gonna go 3-1-8-6 in the superfecta. I'll go 3-1 in my pick 5 ticket. So now let's get on to race number 8. The 8th race is the featured race on today's program from Churchill. It's the 36th running of the Stephen Foster Handicap, presented by GE Appliances. It's a grade 1 race here, going for a purse $500,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 here on the main track. 1 mile and 1/8, 1,800 meters. My top pick in this one, I like the number 3 horse Gun Runner. He'll be a single in the multi-race wager for me in the pick 5. Go 3-8-2-7 in the superfecta though, 3-8-2-7 super, but my top pick and single in the multi-race, number 3 Gun Runner. 4-5, Florent Giroux on the Steve Asmussen trained 4-year-old colt at a Candy Ride. Most recently, March 25th at Maidan in the UAE, mile and a quarter on the mud in Dubai World Cup. Source finished second by 1/4 lengths behind Arrogate. Set the pace most of the race up until about the 16th pole, until Arrogate really closed up well. That's probably one of the best races I've ever seen in lifetime, better than American Pharaoh's Belmont win. This horse just closed up and got the victory. This horse finished second behind Arrogate and got the second place finish, disappointing beat, but he ran his heart out. Before that, at Oakland, mile 16th in a Razorback Handicap, horse won by 5 3/4 lengths. On the lead off the route, easy victory. Before that, won the Clark very easily. Finished second in the Brews Cup Dirt Mile behind Tower Marcuse, who closed up well. This horse ran his heart out that day after having the lead in the 16th pole, but it wasn't his day to win. Before that, he finished second in the PA Derby, third in the Travers, 5th in the Haskell, and won the Matt win on Foster Day in 2016 very nicely on lead all throughout. I think here today he'll run a very big one coming back from Dubai. He ran his heart out in Dubai. Like I said, he's just going to run a big one. Watch out for this horse here today. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Churchill, it's the 36th Stephen Foster Handicap. Gonna go with the 3 horse Gun Runner. Gonna go 3-8-2-7 in the superfecta. I'll single Gun Runner in my pick 5 on both tickets. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Churchill. The 9th race, final race I'll be looking at on today's program from Churchill. It's the 48th running of the Regret Stakes, grade 3, purse $100,000. It's for 3-year-old fillies. Field of 12 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf course. Mile and 1/8. My top pick in this one, I like the number 2 horse, number 2 Sweeping Patty. Gonna go 2-4-7-10 in the superfecta, 2-4-7-10 super. But my top pick, number 2 Sweeping Patty, 4-1 Luis Saez for Dale Romans. Most recent May the 5th at Churchill, mile 16th in the grade 3 Edgewood. Horse finished third by 3 1/4 lengths that day. Was kind of, was dueling early on in the race. Actually had to lead the 16th pole and lost to T-Lock Coronel, who ran a hell of a race. This horse was third best. I think facing lesser quality horses here, getting a hopefully firmer turf course, this horse should have a lot better of a run. Start before Keeneland, mile 8th, April 7th, in a allowance race for 60,000. Horse finished second by half length. Was just on and off the lead early on. Actually had the lead and stretch, lost right before the wire. Disappointing beat, but she ran her heart out again that day. And then here comes Bride at Gulfstream. This horse finished 6 by 3 lengths behind Dream Dancing. She lost to Dream Dancing 2 starts in a row. Wasn't her day to win. She just didn't run well that day. She ran the Brews Cup Juvenile Phillies Turf earlier in late 2016. She finished 8th that day. Was with the leaders early on, then kind of hit the wall in the straightaway. Was a little bit wide also, but her only win came at Kentucky Downs, going a mile in the main special weight. She won by 12 1/4 lengths and destroyed the field. I think here today, second start at Churchill against lesser quality horses. She'll run a big one. She'll be my top pick here today. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Churchill, it's the 48th Regret. Gonna go with the 2 horse Sweeping Patty. Gonna go 2-4-7-10 in the superfecta. I'll go 2-4 on my pick 5 tickets. I'll use the 2-4 in both tickets. I'm using the cheap and the expensive, so it's about a $10 ticket if you go 2 with the 1-5-3-4 with the 3-1 with the 3 with the 2-4. That's about $10 or $8, I believe. If you're going to play my cheap ticket, which will cost about $1.50, it's going to go 2 with the 5 with the 1-3 with the 3 with the 2-4. Actually, it's not going to be 150. It's going to be about $2, I believe. So if you play that ticket, or you're going to play the $10 ticket, it's very affordable ticket prices, and I think it's very hittable. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.